Hello, good day everyone. I am Raisa Gallardo Asilom, the first one we were going to tackle about the Agusan del Sur. So the history of Agusan del Sur, it is a province located in the Caraga region of Mindanao, Philippines. It is named after the Agusan River, the country's third longest river, which runs through the province. Here is a brief history of Agusan del Sur. The pre-colonial era. Before the arrival of Spanish colonizers, the area that is now Agusan del Sur was inhabited by various indigenous groups, including the Manubo, Mamanua, Higaonon, and Banuaon. These indigenous peoples live in small communities and relied on agriculture, fishing, and hunting for their livelihoods. During the time of Spanish colonial period, the Spanish colonizers arrived in the Philippines in the 16th century and in the 17th century. They established several nations and settlements in the region. The Agusan Valley, where Agusan del Sur is located, became a part of the province of Caraga, which encompassed a larger area than the present-day province. The Spanish influence in the area was limited and indigenous communities maintained their way of life despite the presence of colonial authorities. American period and provincial establishment. After the Spanish-American War in 1898, the Philippines came under American control. In 1903, the Philippine Commission divided the province of Caraga into several smaller provinces, including the Agusan. Agusan was further divided in 1967, resulting in the creation of Agusan del Norte and Agusan del Sur as separate provinces. Post World War II, during World War II, the province was occupied by Japanese forces who were eventually driven out by Filipino and American troops. After the war, Agusan del Sur experienced rapid economic growth primarily due to the expansion of agriculture, particularly in the production of rice, corn, and other crops. Recent developments. In recent years, Agusan del Sur has continued to develop its infrastructure and promote tourism in the region. The province is known for its natural attractions, such as the Agusan March Wildlife Sanctuary, which is protected area and home to diverse flora and fauna. Agusan del Sur has also faced challenges related to social issues such as poverty, land conflicts, and the preservation of indigenous culture. Efforts have been made to address these issues and promote sustainable development in the province. Today, Agusan del Sur remains an important agricultural province in the Philippines, contributing to the country's food production. It is also known for its cultural heritage and natural beauty, attracting tourists who are interested in exploring the province's diverse landscapes and indigenous communities.
I'm going to discuss the provision of Agusan del Sur. The province of Agusan del Sur was established on June 17, 1967 under Republic Act No. 4969 providing for the division of province of Agusan into Agusan del Norte and Agusan del Sur. In January 1970, the first set of provincial officials assumed office after the provincial election of November 1969.
Hello, and today I will be talking about each section of Republic Act No. 4979. Section 1. These sections formally divide the existence of province of Agusan into two new provinces, Agusan del Norte and Agusan del Sur. Section 2. These sections define the municipalities that will constitute Agusan del Norte, Carmen, Misipit, Buena Vista, and Cabadparan. Also Tubay, Chobonga, Charao, and Las Neves. Section 3. This section adjusts the boundary between the municipalities of Esperanza and Las Neves. And the specific portion of Esperanza is transferred to become part of Las Neves, which is now Agusan del Norte. Section 4. These sections define the municipalities that will constitute Agusan del Sur: Bayugan, Esperanza, Prosperidad, San Francisco, Bunawan, and Tacloban, La Paz, Loreto, Ruela, and San Jose. Section 5. This section designated one city as the capital of Agusan del Norte and Prosperidad as the capital of Agusan del Sur. Sections These sections clarifies that all laws applicable to regular provinces will also apply to the newly created Agusan del Norte and Agusan del Sur. Section 7. These sections outline the process of implementing the divisions and state that the division will become effective if a majority of voters in Agusan approve it in a plebiscite held in November 1967. If approved, the new province will be officially organized after a special election to provincial officials in November 1969. This section also clarifies that the existing provincial officials of Agusan will continue to serve the official of Agusan del Norte until their successors are elected. Section 8. This section states that the provincial board of canvassers of the original Agusan province will also be responsible for canvassing the votes for provincial officials in Agusan del Sur during 1969 elections following the rules of the revised election. Section 9. This section outlines the process of dividing the asset of the original Agusan province. The obligation funds, asset, and other properties will be divided equally between the two provinces by the President of the Philippines based on the recommendation of the Auditor General. Section 10. This section states that the law will take effect upon its approval.
And now I am going to talk about the historical and culture of Agusan del Sur. So the culture of Agusan del Sur is rich in indigenous traditions, festivals, and the arts. So the province is home to several indigenous tribes including the Manobo, Banuaon, and Higaon. So and sa festivals there are the Binagato Naliyagan. So, ang sa Binagato Naliyagan is an annual festival that celebrates the province's cultural heritage and community spirits and features traditional activities and highlights the province's history. So, next is the Naliyagan Festival. The Naliyagan Festival is a cultural and historical festival that honors the Manobo people and the cultural heritage of the province's towns. It is held on June 17. So, next is Angon Festivals. Ang Angon Festivals is a festival that showcases traditional handicrafts, woven textiles, and indigenous artwork. It also promotes environmental awareness and sustainability.
Agusan del Sur. The heritage of Agusan del Sur includes its indigenous peoples, their cultures and traditions, and the Agusan Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary. The IPs include Manobo. Manobo is one of the largest indigenous groups in Mindanao. The Manobo speak various dialects including Minanobo. The next is Banuaon, a tribe that inhabits the hinterlands and riverbanks of Agusan del Sur. Higaonon, a tribe that inhabits the hinterlands and riverbanks of Agusan del Sur. Maman was the ancestors of the Aborigines of Agusan del Sur.
This is my assigned topic. The development of heritage in Agusan del Sur primarily focuses on preserving and promoting the rich indigenous culture of the province, particularly through the recognition of the Agusan Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary as a key natural and cultural heritage site, alongside effort to highlight traditional practices and festivals like the Naligayan Festival, while also addressing challenges like conflicts and community engagement to ensure sustainable development of the area's cultural assets. Facts about the heritage development in Agusan del Sur. Indigenous groups. The province is home to diverse indigenous groups like the Manobo, with a strong emphasis on preserving their traditional practices, languages, and cultural heritage. Agusan Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary. These protected wetlands serve as a considered and critical site of the province's heritage, distinguished by diversity and strong connection to the local indigenous community. Naligayan Festival. Ang mga
Community engagement. Efforts are being made to involve local communities in heritage preservation initiatives, promoting sustainable tourism and ensuring that indigenous groups benefit from cultural promotion. Challenges and concerns. Issues like land conflicts, poverty, and environmental degradation can pose challenges to the preservation of heritage in Agusan del Sur. How heritage development is being implemented. Tourism development, promoting ecotourism initiatives that highlight the natural beauty of the Agusan Marsh and the cultural practices of indigenous communities. Cultural education, incorporating local history and traditions into educational programs to foster cultural awareness among younger generations. Community-based projects, supporting local initiatives to preserve traditional arts, crafts, and storytelling practices. Government initiatives, collaboration between local government units and cultural organizations to protect heritage sites and implement conservation plans.
Minsa'y natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa.